Everyone's got an excuse. What's yours?
Let's see what that looks like there. I think my shoulders are a little injured there. How's that looking? That's looking pretty good. How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. This is my 34th weekly update. Filming this again. I have recorded it once, but realized people don't like watching 15-minute, 12-minute videos, and I found it the second time. You know, fuck it. Here we go. We'll jump right into it, then I'll talk about all my other bullshit. Weight this week has been 173 pounds, so I'm down a pound from last week, and if you'll notice, if you're watching, because you're subscribed, I know you are, then you'll see I'm losing about a pound a week, which is what I'm going for. Nice, steady, and slow. I assume to hit a plateau at some point, at which point I'm going to do something weird. It might sound weird, but I'm actually going to bump up my calories by about 15 to 20% for a week and a half to 2 weeks. Plan on gaining at most 3 pounds within that month or so. Then I'm going to go back down to this lower caloric intake, kind of reset my body. That's the idea. And I'm going to change my foods too. Go from chicken, I'll add a little more, I'll probably start eating lean beef. But it's all about macros. I've talked about that before. I'm a macro master. Not a master of macros, I mean, fuck, but I believe in them the most. The rest of this shit falls into place. Get your macros under control. Body fat this week, I'm finally down to 10. I can call it 10. The last couple weeks I've been hovering around 10.8, 10.6, so I've been calling it 11, and now I'm finally down to 10. Want to get down to those single digits, baby. It's going to happen soon. I expect my plateau of weight loss to come within the next month or so, based on my own body and based on how I feel. Because I felt my metabolism not necessarily slowing down, but getting used to the way I eat now, which is not a bad thing. It's what's going to happen. So I need to switch things up, like I just said, and when I do, it's going to change things up, reset my metabolism in a way, and just, go with it. I talked about it last week. It's dynamically consistent. You got to change it up all the time. Change all the time. There's two conflicting things, but that's what you got to do, and that's what I'm doing, because I do practice what I preach. And what's the last thing I talk about? Workouts. Workouts this week have been great, except for yesterday was weird. I've always described that there's two types of workouts. There's the ones that when you walk out of the gym, if you can walk, when you leave the gym, let me put it that way. When you leave the gym, you go, fuck, I left everything out there on that floor. There's nothing else I could have done. I could go out there and pick up some lighter weights, but I would just be going through the motions, that sort of thing, right? And then there's the other workout that you go, fuck, I did not leave everything out there on the floor. I could have done better on that. I should go do more. And it falls into this one quote, I don't know who it's from, it was one of those internet quotes, but it was basically, you never regret a workout you did. Something along those lines. You only regret ones you didn't do. It's the basic premise. And it's 100% true. You've never gone, fuck, I wish I hadn't gone to the gym today. You'll never say that. Nobody ever says that. Unless you get injured, I guess. But even then, I've never met somebody who got injured in the gym and was like, I shouldn't have gone that day. They were just kind of like, I shouldn't have been doing that day. Regardless. So when I left the gym yesterday, I was a little peeved at myself. I was pissed off because I could tell I could have done more, but I got interrupted with a phone call and it let me throw me off. But I got through my compound movements good, and I got my good weights with those, and I ended up coming back out after about 15-20 minutes. I warmed back up again real quick and ended up hitting the other accessory movements that I know I need to hit, that sort of thing. Did I hit them with the kind of intensity I should have? Probably not, but I still came back out and gave it a little bit. And that's what matters. Little things from this week that I want to talk about. I was talking to a guy who on Instagram liked and followed one of my pictures, and I you know, when I got up in the morning just to check over some stuff, you know, the notification was there. It's like, hey, you know, this guy did this, and I was like, cool. And anybody who follows me, if you ever follow me on Instagram, I always check who it is. No offense, I don't always follow back, because I mean, some of them are just fake people, and other times I just don't give a shit. I'm not obligated to fucking follow you back. We don't have any kind of agreement like that. Deal with it. But this guy I fucking followed back because his story was awesome. It's inspirational. I'm going to put the link to his Body Something profile. Basically, this dude was like 16 years old, a couple of years ago, I assume. And he was tired of being just a fat piece of shit to the point where he hit bottom, like suicidal bottom. And I'm like, damn, I was never that. I'm too egotistical for suicide. But anyway, he hit bottom and he weighed like 200 something pounds, and he ended up losing like, I think it was like 100 something pounds. Like it was over 100 pounds he lost. And the dude looks fucking good now. And it's all because of working out and just eating right. You know, not even right, just flexible not flexible diet, macros. He just lived by his macros. And he lost a shit ton of weight, and he worked out, and he does cardio and all that good stuff. And I ended up talking to the guy a little bit. He does YouTube videos and things like that, but really cool dude. And basically, if I'm ever in Michigan or if he's ever in Florida, we're going to hang out and get a good little workout in. Because what he did is the exact thing I'm talking about, that anything is possible. There's no reason you have to be tired all the time and unhealthy and weak. Strength is a choice just as much as weakness is. I choose to be strong. Some people choose to be weak because it is a choice. Because even if you're oppressed by anything, say a bar over your chest, it's still your choice. Number one, how much weight you put on the fucking thing. And number two, at the end of the day, there's always those guys who push just that little bit harder. You know, you could take somebody who's my exact frame, build, and weight, and they're probably stronger than me because they pushed harder. But I'm still working on it. You know, it's a choice. Strength and weakness are both a choice. And this guy chose to be strong at the end of the day instead of taking an easy way out and just being a fat, ugly American, basically. Boy, I can't wait till you guys see what I'm doing later, and then I'll be called an ugly American, but that's fine by me. So yeah, like I said, I'll link his shit. I'll link the 2 videos I dropped this week below as well. And I'm trying to think, I think that's about it. That's about all I got going on, man. Yeah, that's it. You know, I guess my only thing is, 2 things. Number one, if this guy can do it, and if I can do it, anybody can fucking do it. This is just a normal dude. I'm sitting here with heart problems. And we've both done it. We've both lost weight and look good now. Good, whatever. Everybody's beautiful, I suppose. But, you know what I mean? We've got better body image and shit like that. And if he can do it, if I can do it, then what's your excuse? That was fucking weird. I'm sorry, that was awkward as shit. What's your excuse?